So today, each of us is going to do a taste test on our first MRE, and we're going to talk about the myth of MREs as a prepping item.
It's a myth?
It's a myth. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. The amazing Scarlett here and I have met up for lunch today, and we're going to do a little daddy-daughter date lunch thing. We decided that since neither one of us has ever tried an MRE, that's what we'd do for lunch. We'd each pick one out, bring it along, fix it up, and try it and see what we think. Now, when I was in the Navy, I never had the opportunity to try MREs. I ate some ship's food, which I regret to this day, but I never got to eat MREs. But I grew up as a Navy brat. My dad was in the Navy, and he was stationed in a unit that trained PT boat crews. They would go out on combat runs and missions and training and whatnot, and so every once in a while he would bring home sea rations for us. Now, we thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I know a lot of people hated sea rations, but we thought it was great. The canned spaghetti, the peanut butter, the cheese, the crackers, we ate that stuff up like they were fixing to outlaw it, and we loved it when we were kids. But this will be my first time actually trying the standard U.S. issue military rations and that kind of thing. And of course, Scarlett, this will be her first time too. Let's take a look and see what we brought for lunch and kind of dissect what's in the packages, and then we'll go from there. For my first MRE, I figured there would be nothing more perfect than going full-on all-American with a hamburger. What I brought was the Menu 19 beef patty jalapeno pepper jack.
Yum.
What that translates to is it's basically a hamburger that has a pepper jack cheese sauce with it. What'd you bring?
I brought something completely different. I brought Menu 14 Ratatouille.
So she brought French military.
Yeah. It is mixed vegetables and penne.
Now this is actually a vegetarian.
It's vegetarian.
So while she is not technically a vegetarian, she does like to eat vegetarian every once in a while, and Ratatouille really caught her interest. Now, these two MREs we got at the Army Surplus store in Collierville on the square. Now, they're not sponsoring the video or anything. We just thought we'd give them a little shout out because it's a really cool store. We got these at really good prices. So let's tear them open. Let's see what's in them and what we're having for lunch today. All right, so these both have the easy open peelable seal.
It's not easy.
That's what I've heard.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not peelable.
There's nothing peelable about this package.
I can tear it. All right, so we're gonna have to go old school. All right, so mine's open. What's your problem?
I don't have a knife.
All right, there you go.
Peelable seal my butt. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah, these do have a lot in them. Taking everything out.
Why? The first thing I pulled out of here is a pack of freaking raisins.
That is a giant pack of raisins.
Who needs these many raisins?
The first thing on mine is an oatmeal cookie, shelf-stable oatmeal cookie from Sterling Foods.
My dessert is a spice pound cake.
Nice.
That sounds pretty good. More excited about that than the raisins, that's for sure.
All right, and right under the dessert cookie there is, I don't even know what.
Wheat snack bread.
I'm guessing this is probably the hamburger bun.
I got a spoon.
Okay, good. So you'll have something to eat with. So there's the accessory pack in here that we will explore in just a minute. And I have cheese spread with bacon. Yes.
I got peanut butter.
So
I also have Hey, there's those crackers I wanted to try.
Got a cocoa beverage powder.
I've got strawberry banana dairy shake. I got a freaking milkshake. Well, I've got a hot beverage bag, so don't know what that's for, but
you probably have coffee in there.
Oh, cool.
All right. Ooh, my dessert is awesome. I got cherry blueberry cobbler. Looking forward to that.
I don't know what this is, but it's one of these.
That's your FRH.
Sure.
It's your flameless ration heaters. That is right there.
Yeah, that.
We'll demonstrate that in just a minute.
Ratatouille.
And here is the main. It's the beef patty grilled jalapeno pepper jack flavor. So it's not a jalapeno or a pepper jack cheese sauce. It's that you have pepper jack jalapenos and stuff mixed in with the meat in this patty. So I get the bacon cheese. So that's a bonus. I've got this jalapeno pepper jack bacon cheeseburger. That's my lunch today.
What's this peanut butter for? My crackers, I guess?
Put it on your crackers.
Okay, cool. So, I don't know if you knew this, but if you can't eat every bite of everything in here, you can't possibly stomach that much food. Oh my. Eat some of each component to get a balance of nutrition, and eat the carbohydrate items first, like the crackers, the beverage, fruit, jelly, and saved unopened dry snacks to eat when you're on the move.
Now, the thing about MREs, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is this is not just a haphazardly thrown together meal. These are all very carefully considered. Everything kind of plays off of everything else. You have the calories, the carbs, and all that kind of stuff that you need to get by in a day-to-day situation. So in my accessory packet, I have a thing of Heinz ketchup and a thing of Heinz mustard to go on my burger. I've got my toilet paper / napkins.
For when your butt explodes after all the jalapeno cheese.
I've got a lemonade beverage base.
I got gum.
I got gum too.
I've got freeze-dried coffee.
I have
Type 3 freeze-dried coffee.
I have a moist towelette.
I've got pink matches.
And I have salt.
I have salt-free seasoning blend. I have
vegetarian types.
Yep. I've got non-dairy creamer. Thank God it's non-dairy. I've got a moist towelette as well. A pack of sugar. A pack of salt. And this stuff.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
All right, so give us just a minute. We're gonna set all this stuff out, get our trays out, and start getting ready to prepare some food. And we're back. We're gonna start getting our food prepared and opened up and laid out on the trays and whatnot. First thing I'm gonna do, because we've got a little bit of wind today and I don't want this to blow away, is I'm going to make my lemonade beverage powder.
I don't have one of those. I've got coffee, strawberry banana milkshake.
Alrighty, so let's pour this up. So let's do your strawberry dairy powder shake. Now zip that up and shake it.
It smells strange.
While she's doing that, I'm going to mix up my cocoa beverage powder. I'm going to do that with hot water. There's not a gusset on the bottom of this. I'm kind of disappointed in that because that means I'm going to have to hold it up, or I'm going to prop it in this coffee cup like what she did there. In the meantime, I'm going to start opening these packages. My beef patty.
Yum. That is an interesting shape.
Hot water for your coffee.
You know what we don't have? Napkins.
You've got a little package of them.
Toilet paper.
Yeah. Toilet paper / napkins.
You know, whatever.
So got a little cobbler and retort pouch there.
Okay. Let's open this Ratatouille. Oh, that's squishy.
So where's my wheat snack bread? This will be the bun for my burger. Look at that.
Looks like a Pop-Tart spoon.
And then dessert is my oatmeal cookie.
Oh, this smells lovely.
What is
Smell
that?
it. My pound cake.
That really smells good.
It
You can smell
smells good.
spices coming through on that. So the oatmeal cookie smells really good.
That smells
Looks like an oatmeal cookie.
I mean, it smells like my pound cake.
So
They kind of have similar.
got that going for
That's
it.
my pound cake. Took a big chunk out of it with my thing there.
All right, so the next thing we need to do before we go much further is we're going to go ahead and get these FRHs going and heat up our meals while she's opening her.
Okay, can you get that? It's real
Crackers.
it's real tight. Those are interesting.
Yep. They look like saltine crackers.
They look like giant communion crackers almost.
So
Ooh,
I
they
am
smell
going
like giant communion
to
crackers.
put my main in the FRH. Are you paying attention to how to do this?
No?
All right, so get your FRH out. So then you drop your main down in there. You may have to fold it a little bit. I've got more than
In the
one item.
package?
Yeah,
Oh.
I've got more than one item to go in mine, so I'm going to put one on each side of the little heating element that's inside.
These are some real interesting instructions. Rock or something.
Rockers.
Rock or something.
Now, one thing that I've heard that you don't do with these is you don't put the cheese sauce in here. The instinct would be put it in there, let it melt, but it actually causes it to separate and get clumpy and funky.
Gross.
All right, so what we got to do now is we got to add water to the fill line. You do not fill past that. So let's close the top.
This cake
and
smells really freaking good.
Put it inside your
In the box.
box there so that it holds the lid shut. And then
Prop it
just
up on a rock
lean
or
it up
something.
against something. And then I'm going to do mine. Is your heater working? Is your heater working?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, look at that. Ow, that's hot. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna prop mine up here.
On a rock or something.
In the meantime, I'm gonna try this lemonade drink.
I'm gonna try
See
my,
if it's any good.
looks like strawberry milk. That's probably essentially what it is.
Is it a protein shake or just like a...
It's dairy shake powder. Let's see. It's fortified with calcium and vitamin D, so, and
Oh.
it has, is it tart?
It's tart. I'm gonna add a little bit more water into that lemonade.
My shake has 12 grams of protein, so I guess essentially it is kind of a protein shake. That's roughly the amount of protein that most protein shakes have in them. And 300 calories.
You wanna try this?
Yes.
I'm gonna pour up my
There's a
cocoa
bug in it.
beverage. And there's all kinds of stuff with it.
It's pretty good lemonade.
So
I mean, it's not like the best lemonade.
it tastes like,
Lemonade.
what's the, Country Time.
Country Time lemonade.
Now, I told you at the intro that we're going to talk a little bit about the myth of MREs as a prepper staple. The reason I call it a myth is this. MREs are pretty well misunderstood by the general public. If you're buying MREs, if you don't know what you're looking for, you could end up with the wrong thing for what your particular situation is. For example, they make MREs that are specially designed for cold weather and hot weather climates. If you're getting hot weather MREs and you live in a cold environment, then you're not getting the right nutrients that your body needs. You're getting a lot of carbs and you're getting a lot of sugars and things like that.
Salt.
Whereas your body needs salt.
Yeah.
And vice versa. If you're in a hot environment, you need the salt and stuff that is in the hot environment MREs. You don't need the high carbs and things like that that are going to pack on
Weight.
weight and fat and whatnot. So you have to know what you're getting. Also, they don't put an expiration date on the outside of the package. So if you're buying MREs, you may be buying things that are already expired. You don't know until you open the package if your product is expired or not. Now, we've all seen post-apocalyptic movies where the characters are wandering around and they stumble across a stash of MREs and they think that they've hit the jackpot. The problem with MREs is they have about a 2 to 3 year shelf life at the most, where you can count on them to be fresh and not make you sick. Technically, an MRE for storage is no better than your standard canned goods or even freezer food. Now, you can store them under ideal conditions. You can take them, you can freeze them and things like that. But if you just are buying bulk boxes to put in your basement, they're gonna go bad in 2 to 3 years. Now, the reason that is the term MRE stands for meals ready to eat. It's food that is prepared so that technically we don't have to do all this cooking. It's stuff that I'm supposed to be able to take immediately out of the package and consume it in the event that I don't have the luxury of stopping somewhere and cooking it and heating it up. So if I can't just rip open the package and eat it, technically it's not an MRE, it's a field ration. You get some field rations that have freeze-dried food and such that you have to add water and let it sit for a little bit. That's a field ration. MRE is something that is ready to consume right then and there. So being that it's designed that way, it's not designed for long life. It's not storable food. So if you are a prepper on a budget, you don't need to be thinking, I'm going to buy cases and cases of MREs, because for one, they're expensive. We got these at a decent price. These were about $6 a piece.
Something like that.
Because we got them on sale.
They were less than $10.
Now, if you're buying them from most of the popular online sources, you're going to pay $10 to $15 per meal plus shipping. So it's not unusual that your MRE, a single meal, could end up $20 to $25 a piece. So if you're buying crates and crates and that's your plan for the apocalypse, that's how you're preparing, then you're going to be sorely disappointed when 5 years down the line you go down to check on it and all of your supply is expired. You can't eat it.
Yep.
You need to be storing things like freeze-dried food. Now, I'm not bashing MREs. I'm not saying don't buy them. What I'm saying is buy a few to keep on hand and make sure you're rotating your stock. These are great to have around in the event that you have a power outage or there's some other problem.
For camping.
For going camping. I like to keep a package in my desk drawer at work in the event that something happens and I'm not able to break away and get food. I saw a post on a social media page the other day about, where do I need to go to stock up MREs for my preps?
You don't.
You don't. You don't stock up. I mean, if you got all the money in the world, if you're that guy on the prepper show that's like, I spent $750,000 on my preps last year. been great. If
First
you
of
can
all, where are
afford
these people
that,
getting this money
where's
from?
the money coming from? But if you are on a budget like me, if you can't afford to buy crates of MREs, buy a few to keep on hand, but focus on other things for your prep. MREs are not the way to go with that.
Like he said, we got these for a really good price. We got them for probably about $5 or $6 each, and which is roughly about what a freeze-dried meal pack costs at Walmart, like between
For
6
two
to 8
servings.
for 2 servings. This is 1 serving, 1 meal. If you're buying these things online and you're paying $15 per meal, that's almost $50 a day that you're spending on food that you might not even be able to eat in a couple of years. So it's really not the best choice when going.
Yeah, and this channel
For
is
prep
dad
situations.
budget prepper. I mean, we have to exist on
We
a
pull
dad
it.
budget. I've got to work, I've got to pay bills, and I've got to do a few things to take care of my family in the event of a disaster. So I don't have
This is not the way to go.
expendable money to throw at these things so that I can have a whole crap ton of them on standby and then go to them in the event that one day something happens. I'm preparing for the possibility of something. I don't need to spend a bunch of money buying high-end items for something that may or may not happen. So in the cases like this, we're just going to enjoy this and try it and see how they are, and we'll keep a few on hand in the event that we need it, but I'm not stocking these. I'm not stockpiling them in my basement. It's just not going to happen.
I don't even think I have any others than this one. I think this is the only one that I bought, and the rest of my stuff is just freeze-dried food. Storable, long-time freeze-dried food.
So I'm
This
having a
smells
bit of an
strange.
issue with, yeah, they do off-gas a little bit. I'm
Smell
having
it.
a bit of an issue with mine. It's not
Heating,
heating the way it should. It's a little bit warm.
but I mean, you can like feel how hot mine is.
Yeah, I can feel, yours is burning my hand through
Yeah,
the pack.
this is hot. And it's not just this package. I have mine in the box too, and it's coming through the box. It's hot.
So the chocolate cocoa
Chocolate.
drink is pretty good.
I haven't tried my coffee yet. I'm saving that for dessert. But this is freaking good.
Oh wow, that
Actually
is
looks pretty good.
pretty lovely looking.
Ooh, that's good peanut butter.
I've heard really good things about MRE peanut butter.
This is really thick peanut butter.
I'm gonna put a little bit of this cheese spread, the bacon cheese spread, into my spoon.
Yum. And eat it.
I'm gonna try it by itself.
I want to try it.
Wow,
Put some on my finger.
it's
If there's any left in there. Bacony? It smells weird.
it's got an odd texture to it. It's not. Yeah, it's very smoky flavored because of the bacon, and it's very thick and dense. But I mean, I don't hate it.
Well, I'm done. So this says need package before opening.
I think I said that.
Didn't do that.
But I said it
Okay,
about the
you
cheese.
said it
I didn't
about
think
the
it about the
cheese,
peanut butter.
not about my peanut butter. You want peanut butter cracker?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
This peanut butter is good.
Okay, so
Save this peanut butter. It's good.
the crackers are odd.
It tastes like communion crackers.
That's exactly what I was about to say. They taste very much like communion crackers.
They're
If you
very
weren't
dry.
raised in the church where you had communion crackers, it's almost like an unleavened bread
Mm-hmm.
kind of texture to it. So, I mean, there's not any air, there's not any fluff to them.
There's not hardly any flavor.
Yeah, they're
except,
very
like,
plain. There's no salt
No.
on it. So this is when you need like a pack of jelly to go with your peanut butter.
Because this is real dry.
So I'm dying to hear about the ratatouille.
I know. I'm dropping cracker crumbs in it.
Here, have some toilet paper.
Thanks. I'm just wiping it on my pants. Let me move this cup out of the way so you can see my ratatouille. So
Lift it up just a hair there.
it's got
It's a
penne
pasta dish.
It looks like wheat pasta. It's got, I'm pretty sure that's a mushroom. Like
I can see red peppers and green peppers.
There's zucchini in it.
So typically
Yeah.
ratatouille would be all of those vegetables like sliced up.
In a pan, in a
pan.
cast iron pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and get
That is a big mushroom. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna pull this thing out of here.
a huge
Look at
mushroom.
the size of this slice of mushroom right here. I'm gonna steal that because I like
Okay.
mushrooms.
I'm gonna get this bite right here. That's good. I like it.
That's got a really good flavor to it.
It does.
It's very tasty.
It's pretty good.
Now everything is very cooked down. Let me try one of these right here.
Pastas.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The noodles are very far from al dente.
I'm gonna try my seasoning blend here.
They're to the point where you don't even have to chew them.
No, they just
I
kind of
mean,
fall
you
apart.
could like mush them up against the roof of your mouth with your tongue. So if you're somebody that doesn't have any teeth,
MREs.
go with that. So
Chest tub section pretty good.
So is it something that you would say, even if you weren't in a bad situation, you would eat that?
Yeah, probably. Like, if I could find this again, I would probably get it and like keep one like in my house or in my car or something because I broke down somewhere.
All right, so I'm gonna pull this hamburger patty out of here. You ready for this? Look at that.
That actually looks pretty good.
There's a lot of juice and stuff in here. Let me try just a sample of that.
Easy.
It's really spicy.
Spicy?
Yeah, I mean, I just got like a little hit of it.
Oh yeah, it's the jalapeno one.
Yeah, now we're building a hamburger, but I want to get just a little bit of this. It's exactly what you expect.
It feels like Salisbury stuff. Oh, that is spicy.
Yeah, it's like it tastes like the Salisbury steak you get at school, but with a lot of kick to it.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, it's got some heat. I mean, and believe me, I like hot food.
That's warm.
So if I'm telling you that it's bringing the heat, this thing is bringing the heat.
It's spicy. I like spicy food, but that's real spicy. I'm real glad I had that milkshake.
Put that together. The bread is a little crumbly as far as trying to be a hamburger bun.
It's about the same texture as the crackers, just a little bit softer.
So the bread is very dry. It's got a dusting of flour, and it makes it a little bit thirst provocative. That dryness of that flour hits your tongue, and it's just like, it just sucks all the moisture out. And it kind of affects the overall experience. But having said that, if I were in a position where I'd just been dying for a hamburger, like, you know, these guys that are off in the Middle East that, you know, may not have access to American foods, this would be great. This is a good taste of home right here.
Well, I just finished mine.
That thing didn't stand a chance.
It was good.
So I have to say the first experience is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hating this at all.
By today's standard of food, like normal, everyday, regular civilization, these meals are like fairly average at best. But I mean, this was pretty good. I would eat this again today. If it was served to me at a restaurant, I'd question it. But in the form in which it came, I would eat this again, and I would buy this. I've never seen another Ratatouille MRE though. Like, that was the only one that they had at that surplus store in Collierville, and I would have bought probably more than one though. Somebody
with a very sophisticated palate would shove it across the table. Mm-hmm. Just because the pasta is overcooked and everything in it is cooked way down. But your average everyday person in a situation like this, or if there was, you know, a disaster and you needed food, would eat that up like candy. So you gonna try your pound cake next?
Yep. And my coffee. I haven't tried my coffee yet. So I put the whole pack of coffee, the whole pack of creamer, and the whole pack of sugar in here. So it just tastes like really weak coffee. I like really strong coffee.
Yeah, that definitely could have done with a lot less water.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the way to fix it. It is, I mean, it has a good flavor as far as coffee goes. I mean, I'm not the pickiest coffee drinker in the world. I still want it to taste good. I don't want it to taste like the burner of a coffee pot. So, but it's decent coffee.
While you do that, I'm gonna try this cookie.
That's good. It's real dense.
The oatmeal cookie is very dry. No
Dip
more
it in some coffee?
No more so than like, it actually might really be good dipped in coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's not any more dry than like Chips Ahoy or something like that. But it's got a really good cinnamon flavor to it. It's very good spice.
You want to try the pound cake?
In just a second, I'm gonna dunk this.
Dunk it in some hot chocolate.
Chocolate drink. It's good dunked.
Good decisions were made here.
That's right.
This is good. This tastes... Okay, let me just put it out there. I would eat this. Like, I would buy this and eat it. It's good.
Tastes like something you would get from like Hostess or one of those companies. But it is a shelf-stable item. It's designed to last a while. So to be able to get that flavor in something that's designed to go in MRE. That's pretty impressive.
It's pretty good. And it's good with the coffee.
So there's one more thing we haven't tried.
What is that? Oh, is that the cobbler? Why did you get 2 desserts?
Because I'm special.
Guess he didn't get crackers and peanut butter.
There is that.
Which that peanut butter was good. That was some good peanut butter. Oh, that looks yummy.
Here we go. Let's get this out here.
What kind of berry is it? Blueberry?
It's blueberry and cherry.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't
Now,
look
it
a
says
whole lot like
cobbler, but I don't really see any.
Looks like pie filling.
Now, I tell you what, this would be good with.
This pound cake?
If you crumbled up that pound cake.
Or that cookie even would probably
And
be
I have a
good.
feeling I'm fixing to try that. All right, so I'm going to try the cobbler by itself.
It's pretty good.
It is good. It's not overly sweet.
Mm-mm.
It's got a good natural taste to it. It doesn't have any kind of a metallic flavor or anything like that.
No
But
weird preservative flavors.
I think this may be the secret.
Okay, I think I'm gonna steal a bite of this and get a bite of this.
And this may be why there's 2 desserts in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I can almost guarantee you that the soldiers out in the field,
This is a
when they
thing.
eat this, this is how it goes down.
It's good with the pound cake too.
That's how to do it.
That is what this cookie is for.
That is 100% why that cookie's in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was good with the pound cake. Because the pound cake is almost like cobbler texture anyway. Like the crust on a cobbler. It's pretty good.
So there it is. There's us sharing our first MREs, each of us. Beef patty, jalapeno pepper jack, and the Ratatouille vegetarian meal. If you've had these before, if you have an opinion about it, or if you've got any questions about it, be sure and put a comment below, and we'd be glad to answer whatever we can, or hear from you and hear your experience with it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and hit the little notification bell so you can get notified anytime we put up a new video. We're going to have new stuff coming a little bit more often, and we've taken a little bit of a break, but we're going to try to come back and bring some more stuff. So keep watching, and remember, prepare for the world that you live in, not the one you wish existed. We'll see you next time.